Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. First things first, I know you can already tell what's new here, but I got another piercing. I know. I've been getting a crazy amount of piercings lately. Like, I am just going through like a rebellious stage. I wanted to get things that are like, you know, really unique, and I thought this was like super unique. Like, my smiley pierced as well. So yeah, my piercings are doing really good. If you guys would like a kind of like a video about all my piercings and like, you know, how painful they were and stuff like that, and like the healing processes, let me know. I can definitely do that for you guys. But today I'm gonna be filming a look that one of my subscribers sent to me. Now, I actually already filmed this look, but when I went to edit the footage, some of the footage is missing, so I don't know where it went. So I'm just going to refilm it for you guys. This is the look right here. It's like a orange with like a blue and like yellow green like halo eye. So I'm really excited to do this makeup look. So I'm just gonna get right on in it, try to keep this video short and simple for you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, hit your notification bell so you're notified every time I upload, and make sure you check out my social media links. I will have them linked here on the page as well as down in the description bar. Let's get started with the video. So I already kind of have my eyes primed just because I have my face makeup on already. So also, if you notice, like, my lip is like kind of dark there. My lip is bruised a little bit just from the piercing and like with the marker that they use, so don't mind that. But yeah, I've already done my face, so I'm just going to kind of count that what I have on my lids already, that can act as the primer. The first shade that I'm going to go in with is an orange shade, and I'm going to take a Morphe M573 brush. It's just a blender brush, and I'm going to go with the Morphe James Charles palette. Y'all know this is my favorite palette to do really colorful looks with, and I'm going to take this orange right up here, and we are going to start by putting that in the crease. And we're just going to go back and forth in windshield wiper motions just to disperse that product. And then I always go in with more later once I have the product down. I know I sound like a broken record, y'all, but really you gotta have patience when you're using color. Like, you just cannot be picking up a lot of color at once, because if you have too much color, it can be really hard to blend. Whereas if you start with a little bit of product and then you add more as you go, it's definitely easier to blend that way. The colors in this palette I think perform really well. You can see this orange is coming up super good, and I'm not having any problems blending the colors, and they're not really losing pigment as I blend them out. Some shades can do that, like for example purple does that for me. Like, every time I use a purple, it kind of just fades away when I keep, you know, like the more I keep blending it. So that's why I usually will go in with quite a lot of product when I'm using purple. So yeah, this is what the shade looks like. I'm then gonna go in with a blue from the palette, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this dark blue right here, and I think maybe mix it with this lighter blue here, and we are going to kind of start to develop the halo eye. So we are going to focus the blues on the outer portion of the eyes here. And what I like to do is I like to tap it first like that, and then for the inner corner I always pull my eye just because I have hooded eyelids, like semi-hooded eyelids, so it's really hard for me to get into that small space there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to connect these two areas in the very middle, just like that, and that's going to create our halo eye. We're going to keep the center of the lid here blank for now, and we're going to add a color later, but I'm actually going to go in with this lighter blue here and this darker blue too. I'm just going to mix all the blues together and kind of go over the same exact spots just to kind of intensify that blue. And then I'm just going to wipe some of the product off because I got way too much product on my brush, and we're just going to blend that right out very lightly. You don't ever want to use a heavy hand when you're blending shadows because they're not going to blend if you're really pushing hard into your eye. So I'm going to do the same to the other eye over here. Again, it's all about building the colors up until you get the desired effect that you want. I personally think this eyeshadow look is like really cute because it's definitely like, you know, a pop of color, but you also got your neutral tone in there, which is the orange. So I'm kind of into that. Again, we're just connecting the two blues right in the center there, and then we're gonna leave the center of the lid blank for now, and then we will go back in and add a different color there. So because that orange is fading away, I'm actually gonna take a clean blender brush, and I'm just gonna take a Morphe M514 brush. It is stained green, but I promise it's clean. And I'm gonna go back in with that orange shade that we just used, the first shade, and I'm just going to go back over that because I can tell that the orange has kind of disappeared now that we've put the blue on. So we're just going to bring that orange back to life. And this is also going to help blend out the harsh edges of the blue as well. So it's kind of like a win-win situation, if you feel me. All right, cool. So now I'm going to go in and we're going to put some shadow on the lid. I'm going to go in with a BH Cosmetics brush. This is just like a flat brush. There is some green pigment on it because it's the pigment that I used when I originally filmed this. And I'm actually just going to mix this green with this green and maybe some of that yellow up there, depending on like what the two greens look like together. And I'm just going to put them right on the center of the eyelid and kind of blend them into the blue. And we're gonna do the same to the other eye, lightly going kind of a little bit over to where the blue shade is, just to kind of like have it fade into the blue, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to go in with that yellow in the palette, and we're just gonna go right over top of that just to give it like a lighter green effect. It wasn't the green that I exactly wanted. Again, gonna do the same over here. This is just gonna brighten up the eye as well because it's adding light to the center of the eye. And now I'm gonna go back in with those two blue shades, or those three blue shades we were using, and just kind of fix up, do any final touches, because with adding the green and like the yellow, it could have messed up the blue shadow a little bit. So we're just going to go in and fix that. Just like that, and I believe I'm gonna go in with the lower lash line. And for the picture, I think she just has that like an orange and a yellow on the lower lash line. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take the orange from that palette and run it right under the lower lash line area, trying to keep it really close to the lash line, and doing the same to the other eye. I noticed that sometimes, like when I'm applying eyeshadow under my lower lash line, like I do move the brush, but then sometimes I just like hold the brush and like move my head. I noticed that I started doing that, and I don't really know why or how that came to be, so don't mind that. Now I'm gonna go in with that yellow, and we're just gonna put that right over top of the orange, and that is going to pull the look together for sure. And then I'm gonna go back in with that orange again, just because I feel like the orange, each time I go in with the blue, I feel like the orange is kind of like disappearing. So we're just gonna add that back into the look, and I just think it like makes the look come together really well, because like you can see how like nice and ombre and like blended that is. So yeah, that's why sometimes like if I do halo cut creases or whatever, I try to, whatever transition shade I used, I try to go back in with it, because a lot of times it can end up getting lost. So I think I'm gonna add some more yellow to the center of the eyelid. I just feel like it's not light enough. Like I kind of want it to be like a yellowy green in the center of the eyelid, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna add more yellow to lighten up that green a little bit, just like that. And I have some mascara on already, so I'm going to try to apply some lashes. I believe these lashes that I have here they're from Ardell. They're number 113, but for some reason like the bands are super straight. I know they look curved in there, but they are super straight to the point where like I almost can't even wear them, which I'm kind of disappointed about, because they look so so incredibly good. Like, look how straight the band is. And yes, I've already cut them, but this band is straight. It has no bend to it, unfortunately. So it is one of the rather more difficult ones to apply, but we're still going to try it. And side tip, I know I've said this in the past before too, but you want to let your lash glue get a little bit tacky. Give it 10, 15, 20 seconds, because if you go in with lash glue that is wet, it's just gonna slide all over your eye and it's gonna ruin all the work that you just spent time creating. So usually I'll just do this or blow on it just to let the product dry a little bit. And I'm going to take some tweezers and apply that to the lash line. I apologize if you guys can't see. It's like super hard for me to stay in frame. Like, you guys can see that these are so hard to apply because they're so straight that I can't even... Like, I'm actually really upset that I bought these because the band is so straight, it just does not want to go on my lashes. Like, this is kind of on and they look really, really pretty, but yeah, this is just not, it's not cutting it. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't curve to the eye very well, but I'm gonna try to apply the other one. Yeah, I definitely don't recommend these lashes because, like I said, the band is way too straight and they're near impossible to apply. Like, this one's barely hanging on. So yeah, I'm really upset that these like aren't as good as I want them to be because they're so beautiful. Like, look at that length. Like, they look so good. If you guys have any tips on how I can like shape the band and keep it that shape of my eye, let me know please, because I don't really like, I want to use like all these lashes. I don't want to waste them, you know? So if you got any tips, help me girl out. So we're gonna apply this one over here, setting it on the lower lash line. And typically what I would do is I would start with the outer corner and I would bring that down and hold it at the lash line until it started sticking, and then that's when I would go in with the inner corner and hold it there. But you see, these lashes came to play, I've noticed. All right, that's as best as it's gonna get. I'm sick of fiddling with these lashes, but this is what the lashes look like. This is what the look is looking like so far. So even though these lashes are probably just gonna pop off at any second, I'm gonna go in and I'm going to highlight the inner corner and the brow bone. I'm just gonna use the highlighter that's on my face. It's the ColourPop highlighter in Flexitarian. I believe it's like $6 or $8. It is seriously blinding. Like, wait till y'all see this. Like, okay. ColourPop really did that, y'all. Like, they did not come to play no games. Ooh, that is so pretty, you guys. I'm actually just gonna like add more highlight to my nose. So yeah, you guys, this is literally what the finished look looks like. It's so easy and simple. It literally took me a couple minutes to do, like easily 10 minutes. Of course, don't mind my lashes. Like, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry that it's a little bit fast paced. I'm just really upset that I lost my footage. It's not on my SD card and I know my camera was recording. So I really just wanted to get this filmed as quick as I could because I want to upload it immediately after this so I can put it on YouTube for Thursday. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so glad you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit your notification bell so you're notified every time I upload. I do upload twice a week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.